Hello viewers, in this video I will be discussing question number 6 of miscellaneous exercise on chapter 12 linear programming. Question number 6 says two godowns A and B have grain capacity of 100 quintals and 50 quintals respectively. They supply to three ration shops D, E and F whose requirements are 60, 50 and 40 quintals respectively. The cost of transportation per quintal from the godowns to the shops are given in the following table. So, the transportation cost from A and B respectively to D, E and F are given in this table. It is transportation cost per quintal in rupees. Now, the question is, how should the supplies be transported in order that the transportation cost is minimum? What is the minimum cost? So this is a linear programming problem where we have to find the objective function which is minimum, that is the minimum value of z, because the cost has to be minimized. First, it is given there are two godowns A and B having grain capacity 150 quintals respectively. These two godowns supply to three ration shops D, E and F. First, we will consider this godown A and how this godown A supplies to the three ration shops D, E and F, and then we will come to the next godown B. So, let us take that the amount of grains in quintals transported from godown A to ration shop D is equal to X, and the amount of grains in quintals transported from godown A to ration shop E is equal to Y. Now let me draw a diagram. This is godown A and the capacity of godown A is 100 quintals. Here capacity is nothing but it is the maximum amount which that godown can hold. And from A it is going to D, E and F. Three ration shops D, E and F. D has requirement of 60 quintals, E has a requirement of 50 quintals and F has a requirement of 40 quintals. Here what we have assumed, that the amount of grains transported from godown A to ration shop D is equal to X. So we have assumed the amount transported from A to D as X, and the amount of grains in quintals transported from godown A to ration shop E is equal to Y. So from A to E, let the amount transported be Y. Here what is the capacity of A? The capacity of A is only 100 quintals. So after transporting X quintals to D and Y quintals to E, then A is left with 100 minus X minus Y to transport to F. So it has to transport 100 minus X minus Y. I hope this is clear. We have assumed that from A, X quintals is transported to D, and from A, Y quintals is transported to E. The total capacity of A is only 100 quintals. So the remaining quintals, that is 100 minus X minus Y, will be transported to F. So this is how we have the amount transported from A to F is 100 minus X minus Y. Now let us come to B. That is godown B. Now for the time being, we will consider the requirements of D, E and F alone. The requirement for D is 60 quintals. It will get X quintals from A. So what is left? How much more it has to get from the other godown? It has to get 60 minus X. 60 minus X. And what about E? E, the requirement is 50 quintals. It is already going to get Y quintals from A. So the remaining 50 minus Y quintals it will get from B. This is 50 minus 5. Coming to F. This is 50 minus Y. Coming to F. Now F has a requirement of 40 quintals. Already it is getting 100 minus X minus Y quintals from A. So the remaining it will get it from B. That is 40 minus of 100 minus X minus Y. That is 40 minus of 100 minus X minus Y. So this becomes plus, so it becomes X plus Y minus 60. I hope this is clear. We are given the capacity for B is 50 quintals. So we have drawn this diagram and we have reduced this entire transportation problem into this form. So we have assumed the amount of trains transported from A to D as X, from A to E as Y. So the total capacity of A is 100 quintals. So 100 minus X minus Y will be transported to F. Now we have taken the next go down B. Now we are seeing the requirements for D, E and F. D is having a requirement of 60 quintals. It will get X quintals from A. Remaining 60 minus X quintals it has to get from B. Coming to E, it will get Y quintals from A. Remaining 50 minus Y quintals it will get from B. Coming to F, it will get 100 minus X minus Y quintals from A. Remaining, that is 40 minus of 100 minus X minus Y, which is equal to X plus Y minus 60. It will get from B. So this is the problem. Now we can write the constraints. The constraints are very simple. All these values are going to be more than or equal to 0. All the amount which are transported will be greater than or equal to 0. So X greater than or equal to 0, Y greater than or equal to 0, then 100 minus X minus Y greater than or equal to 0. This implies X plus Y less than or equal to 100. The next one is this one, 60 minus X. 60 minus X greater than or equal to 0 implies X less than or equal to 60. Then 50 minus Y greater than or equal to 0 implies Y less than or equal to 50, and X plus Y minus 60 greater than or equal to 0. This implies X plus Y greater than or equal to 60. I hope this is clear. So these are the constraints. That is, all these amount transported are greater than or equal to 0. Next we have to find the objective function. They have given the transportation cost in rupees from go down A and B to ration shops D, E and F. Now let me draw this diagram again. They have given the amount also. They have given from A to D it is rupees 6 per quintal. From A to E it is rupees 3. From A to F it is rupees 2.5. From B to D it is rupees 4. From B to E it is rupees 2. And from B to F it is rupees 3. Now what is the transportation cost? The total transportation cost is Z is equal to the cost of transporting 1 quintal from A to B is rupees 6. So for X quintals it will be 6x. 6x plus for transporting 1 quintal from A to E it is rupees 3. For Y quintals it is 3y. Similarly for the others. So it is 6x plus 3y plus 2.5 into 100 minus x minus y plus 4 into 60 minus x plus 2 into 50 minus y plus 3 into x plus y minus 60. So we have written the transportation cost. Let me further simplify. 6x, z is equal to 6x plus 3y plus 250 minus 2.5x minus 2.5y plus 240 minus 4x plus 100 minus 2y plus 3x plus 3y minus 180. So you can group all the x terms, y terms and the constant terms, and you can simplify. On simplification, we get z is equal to 2.5x plus 1.5y plus 410. This is what we get on simplification. So the total transportation cost in rupees is 2.5x plus 1.5y plus 410. Therefore, the problem reduces to, objective function is to minimize z is equal to 2.5x plus 1.5y plus 410 subject to the constraints x plus y less than or equal to 100, x less than or equal to 60, y less than or equal to 50, x plus y greater than or equal to 60 and x comma y greater than or equal to 0. So these are the constraints and the objective function. The next step is to draw the graph. So next we have the constraints. We take a graph sheet, draw the x-axis and the y-axis, mark yx, oy and then the points. The x-axis I have taken 20, 40, 60, 80. In your graph sheet you can take 10, 20, 30, 40 like that, because here since I don't have space. Similarly on the y-axis also. Now drawing these lines are quite simple because the equations are x plus y equal to 100, x is equal to 60, y is equal to 50 and x plus y is equal to 60. I am doing it directly since we have done so many problems. Please refer my other videos. So the first equation is x plus y is equal to 100. So when x is 0, y is 100, this point is 0 comma 100, and when y is 0, x is 100. So this is 100 comma 0. So for the first equation, x plus y equal to 100. 0, 100. Y is 0, x is 100. So join these 2 points with the help of a straight line. We get the line x plus y equal to 100. The next equation is x is equal to 60. X is equal to 60. X is equal to 60 is a straight line passing through 60 comma 0 and parallel to the y-axis. So this is 60 comma 0. So x is equal to 60 is this line. This is x is equal to 60. The next equation is y is equal to 50. Y is equal to 50 is a straight line passing through 50 comma 0 and parallel to the x-axis. Passing through 0 comma 50. Just passing through 0 comma 50 and parallel to the x-axis. So this is the line y is equal to 50. The next line x plus y equal to 60. All these can be done in the rough column, or you can also do it directly if you are very sure. When x is 0, y is 60. When y is 0, x is 60. So this is 0 comma 60 and this point is 60 comma 0. Join these 2 points with the help of a straight line. We get this equation. X plus y equal to 2. Next, we have to find the feasible region. The first inequality is x plus y less than or equal to 100. The region corresponding to this inequality is this side. The next inequality is x less than or equal to 60. The region corresponding to this inequality is this side. The next point is, the next inequality is y less than or equal to 50. The region corresponding to y less than or equal to 50 is here. The next one is x plus y more than or equal to 60. So the region corresponding to x plus y more than or equal to 60 is this part. So the region which is common to all these inequalities is this part. I hope this is clear. So this is the feasible region and it is bounded. It is bounded by certain points. It is at these points called the vertex we get the optimal value of z at these corner points. These are the corner points. So we have drawn the lines and we have found the feasible region. Next we have to find the corner points. So this corner point is already known. It is 60, 0. It is easy to find. Let me mark these corner points. Let this be A, this is B, C and D. The next corner point is D. The next corner point is B. The x coordinate of B is already known. It is 60. So it is 60, the y coordinate we can find from this line. That is x plus y equal to 100. When we substitute x as 60 here, we get y is equal to 40. So coordinates for B is 60, 40. The next point is C. We can find we already know the y coordinate, it is 50. We can find the x coordinate from this equation, x plus y equal to 100. That is x plus 50 equal to 100 or x is equal to 50. So the coordinates for C is 50, 50. Next, we have to find the coordinate for D. The coordinate for D is, we already know the y coordinate, it is 50. X coordinate, we can substitute in the line x plus y equal to 60. So x plus 50 is equal to 60. X is 10. So the coordinates for D is 10, 50. So I hope this is clear. We have obtained the feasible region and the corner points A, B, C and D. So these are the corner points of the feasible region. The next step and the last step is to find the optimal value by drawing a table, and we have to write the corner points also. We have to write the shaded region is the feasible region which is bounded and the optimal value is obtained at the corner points. The corner points of the bounded feasible region are A 60, 0, B 60, 40, C 50, 50 and D 10, 50. Next we have to find the optimal value of Z by drawing a table. Draw a table with corner point and Z. We have calculated the value of Z as 2.5x plus 1.5y plus 410. So let us find the value of Z for each corner point. So the first corner point is A 60, 0. Z is equal to 2.5 into 60 plus 410, it is 150 plus 410, this is equal to 560. The next corner point is B, 60, 40. The value of Z, substituting here, 2.5 into 60, 150 plus 1.5 into 40, 60 plus 410. This is equal to 620. Next corner point C, 50, 50. Substituting in Z, 2.5 into 50, 125 plus 1.5 into 50, 75 plus 410. The value is 610. Next corner point is D, 10, 50. That is 2.5 into 10, 25 plus 1.5 into 50, 75 plus 410. This is equal to 510. Among these, the least value is 510 and it occurs for x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 50. So the minimum value of z is equal to 510 for x is equal to 10, y is equal to 50. Hence, from A, you remember the diagram, from A to D, E and F. From A, x quintals should be transported to D, y quintals to E and 100 minus x minus y quintals to F. So from A, 10, 50 and 40 quintals should be supplied to D, E and F respectively. X is 10, y is 50. Here 100 minus x minus y is 100 minus 60, it is 40. Next, from B, if you remember the diagram, here the capacity, the requirement for D was 60 quintals, for E it was 50 and for F it was 40 quintals. The capacity of B is 50 quintals. So D is already getting 10 quintals from A. So its requirement is only 60 quintals. The remaining quintals it has to get from B. That is 60 minus 10, it is 50. So here 50 quintals D will get from B. Already the capacity for B is only 50 quintals. The entire capacity it is transporting to D. So D is left. So B does not have any amount to transport to E and F. So here is 0 and 0. That is the reason why we have 50, 0, 0 quintals should be supplied to D, E and F respectively. And the minimum cost is rupees 510. I hope this problem is clear for you. I hope this video was useful. Thank you for watching.